Good morning everybody and welcome to my show. And I'm delighted this morning to welcome Liam to the couch with me, and he's going to be talking about something I'm sure you'll find extremely interesting. Liam, I hope you don't mind me saying that on the outside you are a delight to look at, and you enjoy mixing with some of the world's greatest ingredients to supply us human beings with valuable minerals like iron and iodine. You work well too with eggs, mushrooms, bacon and fried cockles, and when you're rolled in oats, fried and served as a patty, you really are quite delicious. I also know that you're upset, and because you've never been invited to take part in MasterChef or the Great British Menu. And of course, you've missed out on winning awards with a great Welsh menu. So, can you tell the viewers why you think you have been ignored and abandoned on thousands of shelves throughout the world? It's because I'm seaweed. I'm Welsh. Welsh seaweed from Wales. I can siarad Cymraeg hefyd. People just don't like the thought of eating me. You can't blame them really. You just have to look at the state of the world's oceans to see why. The seas are full of microplastics, oil and sewage. As simple as that. I know, because I grew up in the sea. When I was nothing but a small strand, I remember Bampy telling me stories of a time before BP, before plastic, and before engines, when ships were made of wood and populations were much smaller. So there wasn't just as much poo around. Well, I can say poo, can't I? Oh, good. And Bampy told me that the seaweed that grew then grew big and strong and was eaten by fish, birds, mammals and human beings. Human beings would gather us up all together and wash us and gently warm us through in a large bath of warm water until we are a snug mass of lovely green seaweed leaves soaking in a lovely green liquor ready to be used in the best kitchens worldwide. Now, what gets me is that the Japanese, Koreans, Chinese, they do love their seaweed and eat it by the ton. Heard of sushi? Well, they use seaweed all the time for it, to wrap rice and prawns and veggies, to make pretty platters for humans. You'd think that the only seaweed worth having came from the Far East, and people pay a fortune for it. Well, stickless, stupid. Now, what I want to say is now you humans are going through your cupboards because you've forgotten what's in there because of the virus, you can build yourselves up. If you find a tin of laver lurking at the back, Welsh seaweed is called laver or baralaur, open the tin and take a sniff. The smell will transport you back to the seaside, the coast, the cliffs and the surf. Take some oats, and pour a cup into a bowl. Mix the lovely laver into the oats, shape into patties, melt a knob of butter into a frying pan and fry on both sides till they're golden brown. Eat with that jar of cockles that's sitting on the shelf doing nothing, or the bag of mussels in the back of the freezer, also doing nothing. Beat sushi into a cocked hat it do. Oh, if only I could get out of this tin, if only I could open up. But thanks for having me on your show today, because while I'm stuck on the back of a kitchen shelf, invisible, ignored and overlooked, I remain trapped in my own tin prison. My greatest wish is to be liberated now in the midst of this virus, to fulfill my potential and be myself. Liam Laverbread is waiting to transport some lucky human out there to a transcendent taste experience they will never ever forget. So, just pull my ring, pour me out, and let your creative juices flow. By the way, thanks for having me.